Let's see if we got any. No background noise. Oh, that's a switch. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 11.21.2025. Current time, yeah, we're a little late. 6:19 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Friday morning, we made it to the weekend, folks. My weekend started. It's not starting off good because I don't have my cup of coffee. It's still brewing. It looks like it's done. I'm going to get a cup of coffee here in a minute. The missus is pouring. I forgot to turn the button on this morning for the coffee maker. Oh, my God. Yep, it's a bummer. Yep. And Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble for Rumble Studios. And we are getting our day started here. You can follow me over there on X or just check out my X page. That's where I post everything for the most part. There's several other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich or look at the particular links in the platforms that you're on that you'll see where else I'm posting at. But Google that Fireman Rich. You'll see a whole slew of things. They got a nice little bio in there too. Excuse me for a moment. The coffee's ready. I'll be right back. I'm still on mic. I'm in the kitchen. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Jack is getting a drink of water. Hey, Jackie Jack. It's okay, buddy. I'm getting my coffee. All right, there we go. We got our coffee. I'm coming back in. Thank you for turning on the coffee. I'm getting my coffee. I'm coming back to the desk. Oh my God, now life is good. Life is good. All righty, here we go. All right, we get a little slow start this morning and stuff, and I didn't want to wait till the coffee is ready, so I said, it's almost done, so let me do my bit. I thank the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That's what that means when I do that in the morning at the beginning of the broadcast. It's for the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, thanking them. It's my Catholic upbringing, I guess. I'm not a practicing Catholic, but I do do. Amen. Exactly, Tina. Good morning, Tina. And good morning, Tim Fan 40. Tim Fan 40 coming in. Oh, I hit the wrong. What button did I hit there? Tim Fan 40, yo, coming in on the YouTube side. Good morning. Oh, that tastes good. That tastes even better this morning. Okay, we're back on track here. Good morning, Tim Fan 40. Hope all is well out there in Michigan. This our resident contractor there. Hope all's well. You're on overtime, my friend. You're making the big bucks this week. And good morning, of course, to Tina, our Jersey girl, is in the house as far as that goes. And Tina's laughing at the getting the coffee there. I forgot they turned the coffee pot on. I did everything else. I'm setting up, and I got up a little late. It was about 10 after 5 or something like that. So I'm getting everything set up, and I said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to start about 10 after and stuff." And then the missus, she got up shortly after I got up. Let me see, how's my audio here? Let me check my audio here real quick. How come I don't have any audio? Oh, it might be my Bluetooth. Oh no, let's see, connect. No, it's connected. Do we have audio? Yeah, we got audio. I'm seeing the indicators on the OBS and the Rumble Studios, but how come I can't get audio on here? Huh. I know there's one way of checking. Let's see. We can check it this way. How come I can't get audio on here? Okay, we got audio there. I guess the Bluetooth is off here. Oh, okay, Tina, you hear me too, but I can't hear myself on my. I don't know. Did I turn off the? It's not muted. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know what I did. I turned the volume completely down on this particular laptop here. Oh, I got to bring that up. How do I bring that up? Huh. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. But we are getting our day started here, and because I got this, I can always go to the tablet to check my audio. Huh. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. But okay, we got audio. Okay. Um, and let's see. Amen to that. Yeah, that when I start the broadcast and I've got my coffee, and when I have the coffee at the beginning of the broadcast, when I go up here, that's I'm making the sign of the cross basically, as far as giving thanks. It's something I do as far as that goes. Oh, you're back, Tim Fan 40. Okay, yeah. Glad to have you here, Tim Fan 40. You working that overtime? What do you got? About 80 hours now, thereabouts. And let's see. Tina is saying good morning to Tim Fan 40 from Twitch over to the YouTube side. And Tina said that she did hear me. And Tim Fan 40 is he's back. He had a call. That's no problem. You're a busy guy, man. You're making the bucks. You're making the dollars there. So, um, but we do have coffee in hand. Almost a coffee emergency. We didn't, we had coffee going, so it really wasn't a bona fide emergency, but it was pretty much. Um, this is bugging me about this. Let me reset my Bluetooth, maybe. Okay, they're on. So what the hell's going on there? It's on. Maybe I'll just refresh this and stuff and see if that does the trick. But we are getting our day started here on this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And glad to have our Jersey girl here, Tina, and our resident contract, Tim Fan 40, starting off the broadcast. Running a tad late, but that's okay. It's a weekend. And um, didn't sleep good that last night. Neither did the missus. So I don't know what that. Well, the Thursday night football game did not go over great. It uh, Buffalo Bills lost. I think that's why I'm running. I went to bed right at. No, I stayed up a little bit. There was a couple. There's a couple other things I was watching and stuff. Yeah, it just bugs me why this doesn't. And I know what it is. It's the volume is down complete. No, it's sitting at 100%. It said, huh? Oh, let me try this again. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it back. We got it back. Okay, we're back up there. So the Buffalo Bills lost last night, and I'm a little out of it this morning, I guess, because of that. So, and Tim Fan 40 says good morning to Tina from YouTube, and and lots of laughs. Tim Fan 40 says feels like it feels like that. And let's see, Tim Fan 40 says also, I'm taking a break this weekend going up north. Okay, take some time off. You've been working that overtime, so you got the extra bucks there to go ahead and take a little excursion there and stuff like that. So glad to have you both here, and I'm very glad I have the coffee now. It would not be a coffee broadcast. I'd have to change the title. What would I change it to? Some knucklehead live streamer can't get his coffee started, and started another walk and shower install last night. Okay, installing the shower. Okay. And Captain Rehab's here. Good, because I started talking about football, running a little late. And Captain Rehab says good morning to the missus. Captain Rehab says, okay, there she is. She says good morning back. I'm going to start this right out of the gate because I failed. I'm not going to give you my picks, but I'm going to bring up the chart here at the beginning of the broadcast because Tina and Captain Rehab they're also involved in this as far as that goes. So buns? What's that? Why are the Thursday night football games so buns? I don't know what you mean by buns. Is that that's a term I don't know. Did you make the pick? I don't know. What did you pick last night? Give me your pick at least last night. I don't think I got your picks, Captain Rehab. Let me check. Okay, yeah, okay. Everybody lost on the Bills then. No, I didn't get your picks. Remember, I said give me a pick. I figure you picked the Bills. Let me just double check. Let's see. I have picks. Let's see. I got picks from. Oh, that's not there. I gotta go with the other one here. Um, we. I got picks from Tony, Ted, and Tina and Brian. So I did not get your picks, Captain Rehab. I have your week 11 picks, but that doesn't count for this week. This is week 12. Yeah, so I updated the chart for week 11. So if you can get me, okay, Bills, everybody lost on the Bills, I think. Let's see. Tony had the Bills. I had the Bills. Um, let's see. Michael had the Bills. Brian was probably the only winner. He picked Houston. And then Ted Hicks, he picked, what did he pick last night? He picked the Bills. So the only winner was Brian last night. So I need the rest of your picks for this weekend, this Sunday, Captain Rehab. If you can provide me those this morning, I would. I'm going to bring up the win loss chart here early. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to bring it up. I got it all squared away yesterday. So let me get set up here. We're sort of going off the cuff here this morning. We're not a little bit here. So stand by. Um, Let me bring this up here. Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to turn off the thingy here. Okay, hang on. We'll bring that up. Window. Let's see. Let's go. We got that there. We're going to bring it up on the thing here. Boom, boom, boom. What do we got here? Window. Win loss. Here we go. And so the win loss for after week 11, I was a little, and I'm going to be making my picks when we get to the football here. I'm not going to, I want to bring this up. I'm going to try and bring this up at the beginning of the broadcast because it's because Captain Rehab's working and he might be in and out and stuff. He's here now and Tina's here. So let me bring that up. Hang on for a minute. We'll bring that up here. Okay, there's the win loss for, and you can see from the chart that Ted went up. He went up one. CBS went down. Captain Rehab, you went up one, and Brian went down one. So and then everybody else stayed the same. Tina, we both had 10-5 last week. Tina, Brian had 8-7. Captain Rehab 11-4, but Ted Hicks had 13-2. But that 11-4 for you, Captain Rehab, that brought you up a spot. So you're now third. So that's where we sit at as far as that goes. So, and I'll be making my picks here as far as at. Oh, let me see something here. Let's see what. Let's see. Let's see if I bring. Does that work? Yeah, you can see Tina. You can see mine. I'm the last one there on the bottom. So that's where we stand after week 11. So Captain Rehab's on the rise. So, well, let's see. Brian, he won one, you lost one. So that cancels out. So it still stays the same right there after last night. Yeah, the Bills, Josh Allen, he got his bell rang. He was down on the ground and I'm like, oh no, don't be injured, don't be injured. He ended up getting out. I think he didn't go to the blue tent. Buffalo, or there was a Houston player that came up behind him and just whacked him. took him to the ground. And that was a little disturbing. And I think that rang his bell a little bit. Not a very good game. Not a very good game last night. So the Bills have some work ahead of them and stuff like that. I think they're still sitting okay on as a wild card right now. So that's going to be something to watch, I guess. So there we have it. Again, I'll be making my picks when we get to the football portion here of the broadcast, as far as that goes. And let's see. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, Captain Rehab, I got your picks in. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay, we're all in. I just got to lock them in. I'm going to be working on the draft. I got a worksheet that I use as far as that goes. So I got Captain Rehabs and let me see. Let's put down the Bills. You called the Bills. So we're good for week 12, folks. We'll see what happens, and good luck, Captain Rehab, on the picks, and we'll see where it stands. So that's his picks. We got you. I got you there, my friend. And so I worked on that yesterday. And what did I do yesterday? We didn't do much of anything. I went for my walk. I had a very good walk. It was great. It was beautiful out yesterday. No wind. It was a little cool. It was about 30 degrees. And let's see. Let's turn this back on. And Captain Rehab saying good morning to Aunt Tina, as far as over from Twitch on the Twitch side, and we just enjoyed the day. Mrs. was outside enjoying the nice weather, and I put my solar panels out for the day. I got my battery, my 125 amp deep cell battery topped off. It got up to like 13.2, so it's a full battery. It probably settles down. It's probably about 12. What's the chart? Because it was sitting. See, I got this chart that tells me what to charge. It's probably settling right at about 12.5. So 12.2. What's 12.2? 12.2 is 60%. It started at 60%. So I charge it, goes up to 100%. But once it's off the charge, it settles. So I'm sitting at about a 90% battery, 80 to 90% battery. But that's the battery I use. If we have a power outage, I can plug in some lights to get some lights going in the house. And it works. So it was a great day to bring out the solar panels. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like today. Let's go ahead and check the weather. Let's see. Our current temperature is a warm 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're starting off with a nice temperature. That's 5 degrees Celsius as far as that goes. And let's see, our weather here in the southern tier of upstate New York for the day, it's going to be cloudy skies. Oh, that's not good. I can't really see outside. It's still cloudy skies today, high around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be pleasant as far as temperature-wise. Winds out of the west by southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. I don't think there was any wind yesterday. It was just a little bit. If there was a little bit of a breeze, and that was it. But it was a gorgeous walk yesterday. And that's right. The missus went shopping yesterday, and I ended up talking to my neighbor down the street. And I had to actually later in the afternoon, I had a nap yesterday, and I woke up from the nap, and the missus was out in the backyard, and I come out the yard, and all of a sudden I see down at the end of my property, down at the end of the side street here, I see a lot of smoke, and I'm like, what's that smoke? And it's all white smoke. And the missus said, I don't know. I just saw that. And it's like, oh, I'm going to go down there and check it out. I'm thinking there's a building down there on fire and stuff. I go down there. My neighbor who I played chess with, he's got his fireplace going. His outside fireplace going. He's burning a few leaves. You're not supposed to do that. It's like, so I got talking to him again yesterday. So they're getting ready to go on a trip and out west there for Thanksgiving and stuff. So it was a pleasant day. I just wore this. I wore this. That's how it wasn't cold out yesterday. The walk, I had to have a hat and gloves on with a coat. And but yesterday afternoon was very pleasant with no wind. And hopefully it's like that today with a 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cool. We'll see how. Sometimes they say cloudy and the sun might be out, so I still have the solar panels. There's it's a Harbor Freight set, and it's three panels. They're a 90-watt system. So I got two of them, two sets, and it's like 180 watts that I have that I can power into the battery. I only use one set at a time, and the legs that come out, they're going the bracket. And I found a lot of screws. There's a couple screws loose I didn't see. Like I got a screw loose right now. I guess being late and all. Oh, anyway, moving on. So the leg, I just set them in. I might be able to bring them out because the legs you can take them off, and then I set it off to the side in the garage, so it doesn't take up that much space. But I had the the solar panels out, which was pretty neat as far as getting that free electricity, just in case, as far as that goes. Because I know we have gas in the generator, but I got to go fill up some gas. I guess. Well, not for the lawnmower, but for the winter time, just to have the gas. But the gas station I go to down the road here, what is it? They have a generator, so if the power goes out, I can go there and get gas. Their pumps are still operational, where the other gas stations around the area they don't have it. They're not forward thinking. They don't have a generator. There's one time we had a power outage for a day or two, for at least a day, almost a day, and I had to get gas, and that was a good thing they had that generator because I think I remember they just renovated the gas station and everything, and I remember coming home gassing up, and then I saw somebody buy this big box, and I'm saying, wait a minute, that looks like one of those industrial sized generators and stuff. And when I went in to pay, no, I had to go in. I paid at the pump, but I had to go in, and I was getting a lottery ticket or something like that. So when I said, "Oh yeah, you guys got a generator," so, "Oh yeah, that's a new improvement stuff." So when there's power outages, we're still we can still pump gas. And I said, "Oh, that's great, thank you very much." And I've used them once where we had power outage and I need to get gas. So we're going to have a nice day. Sun will be rising this morning at 07:04, which is in about 23 minutes. No, let's see, 7:04, about 22 minutes as far as that goes, because it's currently 7:42. So 7:04 a.m. the sun will be rising, and the sun will be setting at a very quick 4:41. Yesterday, it was 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes after 4. The sun was already down. It hit below. I got these hills on the back side here. That's heading west, and that's over to southwest, and the sun's setting over there. But once it gets just below the mountains, it's about 4:10. So we're losing about 3. It's still light out, but we don't get the sun. So I lose 30 minutes of sunlight because of the back hills there. So sun will be setting at 4:41 p.m. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:42 a.m. Cloudy skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:43 a.m. Cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, it's cloudy skies there at 5:43 a.m. currently, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in the jungle of New York City, the concrete jungle at 6:43 here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. But down there in New York City, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's warm down there. We got 41, they got 46 or 5 degrees. And down there in central New Jersey, where Tina's at, it's we got a high of 50 degrees down there also. Okay, that's cool. And a low of 29. Oh, you got rain. So the rain is still down there, huh? Okay. Matter of fact, let's take a look at, we got time. Let's go ahead and look at what our current weather looks at. Compliments of WBNG. And full disclosure, I have no affiliation with WBNG. So that's the southern tier right there. Got a little bit of Pennsylvania, the counties there, the 3 counties below the New York line, and I'm just above the New York line there in Owego. I mean, that's Tioga County. Where you see Owego, that's Tioga County. That's where I'm at. And Tina says she's building. Oh, wow. Is it raining that much down there, Tina? She says she's building an ark. Oh, my God. You must be getting a lot of rain. Now I got to look at the weather map now. Let me get this out of here first. I got to look at the weather map here. Let me look at that real quick. Let's see. You got a lot of rain down in Jersey. Let's see. Well, I'm not really seeing any. You've probably had a lot of rain. Unless my weather map's not working. Let's see. No, it's working. Looks like it's clear skies right now. Oh, we had it 5 days off and on. Well, let me show you what's coming in. This is the weather map for the country. Let's go ahead. I haven't brought this up in a while. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Let's get rid of the banner here and bring this up. Here's the current weather for the United States right now. Oh, we don't want that. We want this one. There we go. That's the current weather. So you can see that's what's coming in from the Midwest. So you got a lot of rain out there. Out there as far as that goes. And let's see. Let's go over to Europe. Let's go around the world here real quick before I continue the world times and temperatures. Let's see. Over in this part of the world, you can see you got rain over there in Europe. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to the UK in London, UK at 11:46 a.m. 37 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. Doesn't look like there's cloudy skies, and looks pretty clear there. And then down in Milan, Italia, 12:46 p.m. Mangia. It's where's Milan? Where the hell's Milan? There's Vicenza, Venetia. No, that's not Venetia. There's Venetia. Vicenza, that's Vicenza. Oh, here's Milan. Milan's right there. There's Milan. There's the city of Milan right there. It's in Milan. We have cloudy skies, as you can see. Yep, there's cloudy skies around Milan. There's Milan right there. Milan, Italia. Mangia. It's lunchtime in Milan, as far as that goes. So there's Europe, and we're going to skip over to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and there's Kuala Lumpur right there. That's what Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia is right there. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 7:47 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not too bad there. That's Malaysia. And then up there in Tokyo, Japan. Where's Tokyo? There's Tokyo. Tokyo, Japan at 8:47. They got clear skies, but you can see on the other side of the island, there's a lot of activity there. But Tokyo, there we go. There's Tokyo Bay. And let me see if I can find out where was I? It was in Fusa City. Where's Fusa City? This is where we live, right here. Is that where the air base is at? I don't see an air base. Oh, it is. Okay, right here. Here's the air base, I think. Is this the air base? I believe that's the air base right there. So that's how far out. That's where Yokota Air Base is right there. So that's how far out. We're out in the suburbs of Tokyo. Okay, and let's see. Down under on the great continent and great country of Australia. Great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is. And we have, you can see right there, Melbourne right here. Melbourne, Australia at 10:49 p.m. in their evening. It's cloudy skies with a little clearing, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't see any real cloud. Oh, there it is. There's Melbourne. Yep, they got cloudy skies down there in Melbourne. And over to the east, actually the northeast from Melbourne, in Sydney, Australia, at 10:49 p.m. also in their evening, cloudy skies, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So they got some weather in Sydney. So there we go. Just use the world weather map, and we're right back here. There's a tornado out there in the Midwest. Where the hell is that? That's out in Kansas. Yeah, they got some tornado activity right there, north of Manhattan, Kansas. Okay, it just subsided. So, oh, there it is. It popped back in. We got a tornado going out there in Kansas. So, there's our world times and temperatures as I speak, and as far as that goes. And Tina, they have a lot. They've had a lot of rain. Well, yeah, it was down south. We've had this week has been actually pretty decent and stuff like that. A little windy at the beginning of the week, but yesterday was gorgeous. Yesterday was just simply gorgeous. We do have a thought for the day. Let's see. Let's get to the thought for the day. And our thought for the day comes from George S. Patton, of a great American general. George Smith Patton Jr. was a general in the United States Army who commanded the 7th Army in the Mediterranean theater of World War II, and then the 3rd Army in France and Germany after the Allies' invasion of Normandy in June of 1944. His quote and our thought for the day goes as follows. Let's see, where is it? We have it right there. Let me see something. I got to put this like that. Okay, so it goes as follows. If you tell people where to go, but not how to get there, you'll be amazed at the results. So for me, what that's telling me, because I had people, I had to tell them what to do, and I expected them to do what they. This is back when I was in the military, when I was I was in that leadership role. I would tell people, hey, we got to get this done, this done, this done. And I would normally I would say that in such a way that I wouldn't tell them how to do it, just get it done. And they would hope, and I would have faith in the people that I led, that they would get it done. I think that's what George S. Patton is doing. He says, you got to, as a leader, you got to have faith in your people. If you tell people where to go, but not how to get there, you'll be amazed at the results. And sometimes, and I say sometimes, you might get better results than what you thought. So he basically said, great leaders should provide a clear objective or goal, where to go. Okay, that the goal is where to go, but allow your team or the people you're leading the freedom to find the best way to do that, because they can be more efficient if you empower them to do it, okay, to get the job done. Because if they do it good, you could say, you can give them praise, and I know when I was being led by some people that led me in the military, the fire chiefs and stuff. I loved it when you get, you love praise, but you hate it when you got your ass chewed. So, but allow the team the freedom to find the best way how to get there. By empowering individuals with autonomy, you foster innovation, creativity, problem solving, and a sense of ownership. You make sure you tell those people where to go. They have a sense of ownership, which can lead to better results than a leader who micromanages every step in the process. And I cannot stand a micromanager as far as that goes. I was very fortunate. The jobs that I had when I got out of the Air Force, and I basically had 2 jobs. One was IBM, and another one was the day job. I call it the day job because I don't want to mention where I worked and stuff like that. It was a major industrial plant here in the southern tier of upstate New York, but I'm still not comfortable mentioning its name because not that I have a non-disclosure, but it just why publicize it as far as that goes. But IBM was in Endicott, and when I first started working there, they told me what to do, but the lead techs that I worked under, and even the managers I worked on, they empowered me to do because there was a set standard. You had to do it. Okay. And it's no different than the military. So thank you, General George S. Patton, for that great quote. We appreciate that, and God bless and Godspeed. And you told us this before, Tina. I think because we had a quote. Yeah, your father-in-law served under him. Yeah, I bet you he had some stories about him, huh? Did he ever meet him? Did he ever tell you that he met him? I would. That would be a trip sitting down with him to have a cup of coffee or something. No, he'd probably drink a straight up whiskey. Of course, him being off duty, but I don't think in World War II he was never off of duty and stuff. Oh, we did. Oh, that must have been some story. Oh, wow. I would have loved to hear your father-in-law story about that. That to meet, man, that he's larger than life. Even he was one of those good people that were at the right place at the right time. He had a little rough road in his thing there, his military career, but and he has lots of them. Oh, wow. Oh, that's phenomenal. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's just that's history right there. To be able to say you spoke to one of the great generals. Oh, that coffee's tasting good. Oh, let's see. I'm getting my notifications, just checking them out. Okay, our national day today for November 21st, we got Substitute Educators Day. Okay, for the substitute, yeah. Okay, we got National Stuffing Day. Well, Thanksgiving's just around the corner. That's a good one. We have National Gingerbread Cookie Day. That's a good one. I was going to pick that one, but I got to pick this one. Today is National Red Mitten Day. And you say, Red Mitten Day, what the hell is that? It's a Canadian thing, folks. On November 1st, National Red Mitten Day represents Canada's Olympic pride. The cozy holiday is a Canadian holiday, but since mittens are a must in the winter, why not choose red mittens? National Red Mitten Day encourages Canadians to wear red mittens in support of their Canadian athletes. If Americans wear red mittens, we're supporting our Canadian. Red mittens represent the pride, generosity, and excellence of every Canadian. And I'm primarily. It's not just because of the Olympics. They we take pride in our athletes here in the United States as well. But Canada's been getting a lot of knocks lately, and there's Western Canada is looking at saying the rest of Canada, we'll see you later, because I don't know, people that has not been in the news that much compared to other stuff. Um, but I like Canada. We have a good friend, Michael Bathurst. He's Canadian. So, and Canada has always been a great friend and ally to the United States. And I know they take a lot of crap sometimes because they're too polite. And let's see, we got just 2 tubes of gingerbread cookies from Trader Joe's. Okay, so you can, yeah, today you can. Let's also say it's we're gonna do a duo. It's we're gonna have a duo because let's see, we don't want that one. Let's see, let's go back. For a national day, we're going to go with National Red Mitten Day from our friends up north, and here in the state, it's National Gingerbread Cookie Day. So who doesn't like a gingerbread cookie? Though they are associated with Christmas. I don't recognize the Christmas holidays until after Thanksgiving. But National Gingerbread Cookie Day on November 1st encourages us to grab a roll of pin and cookie cutters. The baking will warm the house, and the smell. Gingerbreads, ooh, that's good smell. So, National Gingerbread Day takes place on June 5th. A favorite food of an American monk, Gregory of Nicopolis, brought gingerbread to Europe around 992 AD and taught French Christians to bake it. Gingerbread was often used in religious ceremonies. Gingerbread cookies are also sturdy walls for sweet cookies, or walls for sweet houses, and the days is just in time for practicing of National Gingerbread House Day on December 12th. So that'll be the one there. God, my cousin lives in Canada too. Okay, so we got two of them today, Tina. We're gonna go ahead and go with those two because I know there's been a couple days we skipped one day, so we're gonna go with that. So there we have it. It's a two for the price of one National Day today. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, I guess we're ready for 100 years ago, and let me put this on all. Let's see, we got it there. We'll get this set up here, and turn off the thing, and then I'm going to refresh my coffee here. It's only about halfway, a third of the way. I can top it off here and stuff like that. So we're moving right along here, and right at the top of the hour. So at 7 a.m., let's go ahead and do 100 years ago. Let me turn off the little scrolly thing here and bring up 100 years ago, and we'll see the young lady there from Fox 40. Full disclosure, I have no affiliation with Fox 40, WEBO, WENBF, WBNG, WAAL, Channel 34, WENY, Channel 18, Penny Saver, KGB, KISS 102 or 104.1, and the page was at WBLK 93.7 in Buffalo, and 106.5 WYRK, as well as WGR 550 radio station, and was it that 1440 webpage there? I have no affiliation with any of those web pages that we're going to be presenting here after, Fox 40 here, and then after the break, just a full disclosure and disclaimer. Because I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, you work for channel CBS there, channel 20." No, I don't work for any of these web pages associated newscasts. I just present them. I'm a consumer of their information, and I present it here to give you an idea what it looks like here in the southern tier of New York as well as New York State. So that's my disclaimer, I guess. So here's a young lady 100 years ago as of November 19th, which is this past Wednesday. And let's give this a whirl here. Hang on. Let's get this going. Here we go.
And tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, the property on the south side of Main Street between Schiller Street and Orton Avenue, which was owned by the late Dr. John G. Orton, has now been offered to the city as a site for building the proposed West Side Junior High School. Construction of the new classification yard of the Lackawanna Railroad at East Binghamton is nearly complete, and it's scheduled to open at the end of this month. According to a report from the Department of Education, nearly 47% of the children in Binghamton's public schools are below standard weight. And the Broome County Poor Farm on Upper Front Street now has 209 inmates. That's the largest number ever to be housed in the home. That was the news, November 19th, 1925.
Oh, my God. I don't know if... let's see. We got our volume. Yeah, we got our audio on. What is it? The one item there. I present this also on the audio podcast. We had the audio podcast yesterday on Spotify for creators at Fireman Rich over on Spotify, and we talked about how about Mars, and I guess there's a university, and this university's name is New York City University of New York. Of Abu Dhabi, and it's an extension campus that's over there in the United Emirates, and they discovered that there possibly is evidence of water being up there in Mars and stuff like that. But on the audio podcast, I also present 100 years ago. So this one was played yesterday. So this is the second time I hear this. The one of all those items that Roger Luther talked about, the one that stood out was, according to a report from the Department of Education, nearly 47% of the children in Binghamton public schools, this is 100 years ago now, are below standard weight. So what are the weight standards for the kids today? They're all overweight as far as that goes. So that's pretty. The first one, though, this gentleman, Dr. John G. Orton, he must have been a big deal and stuff like that for him to be mentioned. I don't know this guy for squat. And then they had construction on the new classification yard of the Lackawanna Railroad. That's not there anymore in Binghamton. And as far as that goes, but that gives you an idea of what it was like here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside, and such. That everybody was behaving, though, Tina, weren't they? They were behaving. Okay, Tina, see you later. Ciao. And we got Tony D in the house. Good morning, Tony D. And the missus says, good morning, Tony. Thank you very much. Salute to you, my friend, my good friend, my brother, veteran, and fellow broadcaster. And good morning, and good morning to the missus and stuff. And Tina says, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. The weight, they were underweight back in the day, 100 years ago. Now, there you go. I hit that again. Here it is. 100 years ago, or 100 years from now, or today, later, they seems like they're overweight. Let's see. Tina's saying good morning. She's taken off to see Hal this morning, and the Scream. I guess it's the Friday Scream over there on Hal's broadcast, which I think, does he do that on YouTube, or does he stay on Twitch on that one? I don't know. But that's Hal Massa there. He's up there near Tim Fan 40's way there in Flint, Michigan, I guess, on the radio station. But Tina's saying good morning to Tony as she's leaving. And Tony's saying good morning to Captain Rehab, as well as Tina, as she's as she is. And Tina says all Americans are over. I have some extra weight, and if you have a few extra pounds, I don't think you're overweight unless you're really overweight. If you got more than, if you're under 10 pounds, you need to lose a few pounds. When you're over that 10-pound mark, then you're overweight. And okay, Tina, see you later. But good morning, Tony. Glad to have you here this morning. Let's see. Tony, just to let you know, here's the, let me bring this up here before we go on break. I presented the chart. Are you still there? Hang in there for a minute. I got the updated chart here. Let me turn this scrolly thing off, and let's bring this up here real quick. Here's how we sit as far as there's the chart, Tony. I updated it yesterday, so just to let you know. Ted, he you could see the little mark here, that the asterisk, that he moved up a spot. He's in first place now. CBS went down a spot to second. Captain Rehab jumped over Brian, who dropped a spot, and everybody else stayed the same. You're 5 behind Michael right now, as far as that goes. So that's the chart, and we'll be presenting this on Tony D's broadcast this Sunday. Belt Kings Fantasy Football. He has a live stream there Sundays at 10:30 on Twitch, and he's on YouTube, and he's on Rumble, and check him out there. He's a great guy. As far as we have fun on that broadcast with Michael Bathurst. Brian is up, and we have Izzy. He's a good guy too. He's very astute on football too. So that's how we sit as far as on the win-loss chart, Tony. After I'm presenting it in the beginning here, so not waiting. I'm going to do my picks when we go to the football schedule here and stuff. Okay, so that's there. That's the chart, and let's see. Okay, we got that there. In other history for this day, let me see. Let me bring this up here. And I want to recognize that we have a total of 13 people. We have 3 people on Rumble. We have 1 person on Locals. We have 1 person on YouTube. That's probably Tony. Or no, that's probably Tim Fan 40. We got 4 people on Twitch. Nobody on Facebook. We got 4 people over there on X Live. And this is Kick right here. Let's check. We got to manually check the Kick. I didn't do this at the beginning of the broadcast. Let's see. Who do we have on Kick? We don't have anybody this morning on Kick. And then over on the Facebook, I didn't check the Facebook. Let me check the Facebook here before we finish the history. And good morning, Big Juice. Tony saying hi to Big Juice, coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Okay, there we are. Tony gave me the little like, so I checked that. Okay, we got that. And let's see, live chat. And there's Big Juice. Oh, no, that's not Big Juice. I don't need his webpage. I need his comment there. Let's put his comment. There it is. Big Juice coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Thank you very much for as far as that goes. Greatly appreciate it. And he's saying hi to Tony. Back at Tony. Tony said, well, let's see. Tony said hi to him first on Twitch. And the majority of my activity in the chat comes from some Twitch folks. And so there's Big Juice saying hi to Tony back. Glad to have you here. So another, let's see, Ella Fitzgerald at age 16 debuted as a singer in the Apollo Theater back in 1934. She could sing. If you've ever seen some video on her singing, she could sing. And let's see, what else do we have? 242 years ago today, the world's first untethered hot air balloon flight took off at around 2 p.m. from the garden of some place in Bologna. In the presence of the King of France and some other dignitaries, the guy enjoyed a 25-minute flight that traveled slowly around 5.5 miles to the southeast, attaining the altitude of 3,000 feet before returning to the ground at somewhere on the outskirts of Paris. King Louis the 16th decided that the first manned flight would contain 2 condemned criminals, but the inventor enlisted the help of. Okay, they're just talking about how they did that. And let's see, what's this one? 84 years ago, Tweety Bird, the yellow canary, first appeared in Looney Tunes cartoons entitled "The Caged Canary." In the next 20 years, he appeared in 46 cartoon films, played in the darkened movie theaters during the Golden Age. And let's see, today on November 2nd. Oh, it's not. Oh, I didn't want that. It's not November 2nd. It's November 21st. What's going on there? Let me see. Let me Oh, that's what happened. I put the wrong date in there in the search. Let me get this real quick and bring this up. So, see, Rich, Tony put up. He's waiting for. No, I'm not putting. No. How many times I got to tell you, Steve? I don't recognize Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm one of those old fogies and stuff like that. I'm set in my ways. It's just I remember as a kid, my grandmother told me it's not the Christmas holiday season until you see Santa Claus at the end of the Macy's Day Parade, and that's on Thanksgiving Day. So we'll be sitting down. It'll be just before sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner. I'll be watching the Macy's parade, and I usually key in on the ending because I always want to see Santa Claus. Then I say, you know what? It's Christmas time. I got so adamant about that at the day job. The days I worked on Thanksgiving, the guys would let me know, hey, it's if I wasn't watching the TV that we had on to make sure we knew what was going on around the world there and stuff. Let's see. Okay, so the rest of the history here, and I got the right date in for November 21st. It was back in 1920 on Bloody Sunday. I guess the 21st was a Sunday back in 1920. The Irish Republic Army killed 14 suspected British intelligence officers in Dublin area. British forces responded by raiding a soccer field, killing 14 civilians. That was known as Bloody Sunday. You know, the U2 group, they have Bloody Sunday. That song was actually banned in Great Britain for a number of years, I guess. Here's a good one. The 1964, the Van Zen Narrows Bridge, at the time the longest suspension bridge in the world, opened to traffic. I've been across that bridge quite a few times. It's down there in New York. And in 1980, an estimated 83 million people who were watching TV viewed and tuned in on the CBS prime time soap opera Dallas. Remember that? Dallas? Everybody was talking about Dallas back in the day. To find out who shot JR. That was big news. I was in the military. That was the talk of the town. The shooter turned out to be J.R. Ewing's sister-in-law, Christy Shepard, who I guess that was the actor that played Dallas. That was a big thing that back in the day. Let's see. And it was in 1995, Balkan leaders met in Dayton, Ohio, initiating peace plan to end 3.5 years of ethnic fighting in Bosnia-Herzegovina, which formerly used to be the Yugoslavia. So the one gentleman there, Miloslavljević, I think he was tried as a war criminal and stuff like that. And in 2022, which was just a few years back, NASA's Orion capsule reached the moon, whipping around the far side, buzzing the lunar surface, flying over it. On the way to a record-breaking orbit, it was the first time an American capsule visited the moon since NASA's Apollo program 50 years ago. That's too long. We should have kept on. We should have kept on. Even if we had manned missions just circling around the moon and stuff like that. So that's our history, folks, as far as that goes. So we're sitting right at 1 hour. That's good. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of break so I can refresh my coffee. I was a little late with the coffee this morning, but we're going to go ahead and take a little break, and we'll be right back as far as that goes. So you just hang in there, and we will return in a few moments here. So hang in there, folks. We'll be right back. We are back here for the Friday morning coffee for 11.21.2025. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here for the at Rumble video broadcast on Rumble Studios, and we appreciate it, Rumble. And you can follow me over on X. Check out what I'm doing over on X, at Fireman Rich on X. And as far as that goes, and we'll get that in there for Big Juice. Thank you, Big Juice, for the emojis there during the break. And Tina's on, let's see, is it, hi, Rich, trying to get back on your Twitch. Twitch said you don't exist. I don't exist? I got Twitch right over here. This is Twitch right here. I'm on Twitch. I have no idea. There's been some internet interruptions, Tina, so that might be I don't exist. Tina. Well, Tina left. Why is she coming back? Is that really Tina? Tina Thorne. Okay. I'll have to ask her that. I thought she left to go see Hal. So let me see, is Hal up this morning? No, not yet. So I'm gonna have to remember. And she does go on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to check. I don't. Is that really you, Tina, or is that somebody pretending to be Tina? I just don't know. It says I don't exist. Okay. I'm right here though. You're seeing me on YouTube. So what is it? Yeah, I'm gonna write that one down. I gotta check. Let's see. Tina Thorne 83. Oh, he's not on. Oh, he isn't. Okay. Well, seeing that you're on the YouTube, maybe you might want to check to see if you can get me on my. Oh, it's you. Okay. You might want to check to see if you can get me on the Rumble then. No, I'm on Twitch. You might want to refresh or whatever. Maybe you have to update. It says I don't exist. I'm existing. I'm here. You were on Twitch earlier. I haven't done anything. I haven't turned anything off. So, okay. Let's see. We got this auto mod thing going here too. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, it drives me crazy. Yeah, I know how that is, Tina. It can be frustrating. Just you're watching me now, so you know. You did say you were going to get on the Rumble there and stuff like that. Tina says, "Okay, lots of laughs." Yeah, that's Tina. Okay, no problem. So has Hal been on at all? He usually comes on at 8:00 on YouTube. So I don't know what's he usually on before YouTube. Let's see. Let me go ahead and okay. I'm just taking some confirming this moderating this. I love the auto mod on Twitch. I just did some auto mod on Twitch, so I'm on Twitch. So it's like okay. So we're back and we're here for the second half, and I do have a refresh coffee, hot coffee, morning coffee this morning, and oh man, that's good. Good stuff. And we're getting our day started with a hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD, and it's good to be here. And I want to recognize the fact that we do have also our folks that listen to the replay over on Spotify. We repurpose this audio over on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, using, we upload it via Spotify for creators. So, we do get some listens from over there. That's a good place to go. If you're a broadcaster, why not take your audio and put it over there? Because people just, let's see, I did, but it says change my Google. He had a cough and tried to save voice for newscast. Oh, okay. So he's just doing his newscast. Okay. I wonder, do they live stream the actual radio station that Hal works for? Because that'd be something to have Hal on, but also have that up, the radio station. I got to check that out later, maybe to see if they they do broadcast that. I forget what it's a Fox affiliate out there in Michigan. He's a radio entity, and as far as that goes, and let's see, we do have Jim Figerty on the on Twitch. So he's a good guy. That's Jim Figerty. That's Lamb. Lamb is his real name and stuff. He's a good dude as far as that goes. And but we are. It is going to be a cloudy day out today, folks. It's cloudy. The wind is blowing. You can see the grass out here. It's moving a little bit. It wasn't moving at all yesterday. So it's about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And temperature's at 42. So the temperature increased as far as that goes. And how come that says what's going on there? Let me get this caught up. Oh wow, that's saying on Rumble we have 190 followers on the Fireman Rich broadcast. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, there we go. We're back up. We're caught up. That lags behind a little bit on the Rumble side. And Tina says yes. Okay, Tina. So we are off and running here. And but I'm going to get my walk in. There's no rain. I'm not seeing any clouds on the locally here, though. Let's see. Let me refresh this on the weather. Yeah. So those are just overcast. They're not even registered. The cloud overcast isn't registering on the radar as far as that goes. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and get into our second half of the broadcast here and check out the web pages that I have, full disclosure, no affiliation with, but it gives an idea of what the southern tier of upstate New York looks like here. So let's go ahead and check. We already had Fox 40. Let's see what's on there. And I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything on Fox 40. Okay, so let's go to WEBO. That's the radio station here in Owego, New York. And we talked about that already, about the Johnson City firefighters saving a person in a building burning building. That's old news. Okay, so nothing on WEBO. WNBF. Oh, they still got the article for that fire. Johnson City firefighter rescues a man from burning building. But there's nothing else on WEBO. Okay, so let's go to WBNG, Channel 12. We're striking out all over the place here. Let's see, you get that, I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing. Wow, we're let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Veterans share Thanksgiving lunch at American Post 16. So it's let's bring this one up. This is the American Legion Post 16-45, which they had an annual Thanksgiving luncheon at the Legion there. Veterans enjoyed the traditional Thanksgiving meal, and this is over in the Vet Center over there in Binghamton near the Veteran Services at 44 Harthwell. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about. Always like to recognize that as far as the veterans, because I'm a veteran too. Sometimes I wonder, oh, that's right, I am a veteran. I forget that I am a veteran. I was a veteran, or I am a veteran. I served, so that makes me a veteran, I guess, and stuff. But I always think highly of our veterans. One vet to another. It says you guys are right here as far as that goes. Okay, let's bring this up. This is on WBNG, and let's see what they have to say.
Clear Path for Veterans hosted their annual Thanksgiving lunch at an American Legion post in Binghamton. Not only did veterans get to enjoy a lunch with all the traditional Thanksgiving fixings, they were also given the opportunity to get a first-hand look at some of the resources the Southern Tier has to offer to them. Some booths included the Vet Center, Twin Tiers Honor Flight, to folks representing Broome County itself, soldier, and people who can help with health care.
Provides the opportunity for veterans to come together to connect over a meal and share similar experiences, but also through those conversations, we also find that veterans are looking for help, whether it's education benefits or veteran benefits, and we can then walk them right to one of the tables here so they can connect with the resources.
If you are a veteran and weren't able to make it to the lunch but still want to learn about the resources you could possibly receive, BAME says that you can head over to the Veterans Resource Center on State Street in Binghamton.
So that's always good. There's the gathering right there. It looks like a full house at the Veterans Lodge there, and I bet you there's a lot of stories going on right there, folks. A lot of stories. So that's good that they get together because Thanksgiving is next Thursday. And let's see. Tina says all I get on Twitch is lamb. Strange. Oh, okay. You were here before you left. You were here earlier. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. Is it that wacky New Jersey internet down there? Well, maybe you had all that rain too. So I don't know what to say, Tina. Like I said, I am on Twitch. As a matter of fact, let me check the Twitch. It says I have a good signal. I'm doing good, so no problem there. And let me see. Let me bring this up. Channel. Let's turn that volume down. Oh, Smoking Schizo's on too. He's just chatting. Okay. But just to show you that I am on Twitch, there it is right there. I'm on Twitch right there, Tina. That's my Twitch page as it goes into the zone. So it's on your end, if anything. So as far as that goes. So I am on Twitch. I'm having no issues with my Twitch, so it's on your end. I have no idea. Maybe uninstall the app and reinstall the app or something like that. That would be my next thing I would do. If you see in Lamb. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Okay, let me put this back on the thing there. Channel. Yeah, Jim Figerty and Smoking Schizo is on. Okay, let's see. Channel. Oh, we want the backstage. We want the stream manager and stuff like that. There we go. Like I said, Tina, I have no idea. So, other than the fact I am on Twitch and stuff like that, and if I'm on Twitch and I'm seeing the broadcast and other people are seeing the broadcast, it's on your end or something like that. So, like I said, you had problems before. So, why don't you see if you can get on Rumble? Go ahead and get on. If you ever, you said you reloaded the Rumble app. See if you can get on Rumble and see if you get Rumble. So if you get on Rumble and you've been on YouTube, there's something wrong with your Twitch, because you can see we've got 2 people on Twitch right now. Now Hal is on Twitch. Oh, is he? Let me see. Let me check. Did he just pop up? Let's see. Channel. Yep, I'm seeing Hal is on Twitch. Yep, there he is. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go back there. There he is. He just popped up over here on the right. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out his broadcast. Oh, we're getting his commercials. Oh, wait. I don't want to give the commercials. We'll give him the commercials there. I'll look at the commercials there. Hal is up. Hey, Lady Liberty, good morning. And Lady Liberty says good morning to the missus. Come. And the missus says good morning, Lady Liberty. Thank you for being here. Love the flags. Gotta love the flags. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Lady Liberty coming in from the Buffalo, Niagara area. And okay, no problem. You're a patient. No problem, Tina. Yeah, check out Hal over there on Twitch and stuff like that. But Lady Liberty, glad to have you here on the Rumble side. We're just checking out Tina's. You did try. Oh, okay, you did try. Okay, no problem, Tina. That's all right. Say hi to Hal. But thank you, Lady Liberty, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And we're going to go over. There's Hal. Hal's on. That's what Tina. Let's see if Tina gets on there on the chat. Let's see. He's just getting his day started. And so there's his smiling face. He's actually working. He's on the radio. Yeah, Tina says yes. Okay. And there's Hal right there. He's live. So he'll be on here for about 30 minutes, and then right after that unless he stays on for the Friday Scream. Okay, Tina. Ciao for now. And so that's one of the guys there. So we have Hal on. We got Jim Figerty. Let's go over and check out Jim Figerty. See, we got the Twitch on. Oh, is that him? Is he cooking? Oh, he's cooking breakfast. He's cooking some ham. Okay, he's cooking breakfast. And then don't yell at Hal. He does. Oh, I'm going to yell at him. See you, man. Okay. See you, man. That's Tina said, see you, man. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're double checking things here just to make sure things are going good. And let's see. Yeah, Tina made it. She said good morning, everyone. So she's on the Twitch. She's over on Twitch now. Okay. Channel dashboard. And okay, let's go ahead and go back on. That was WBNG, our first. We'll get back to our regular programming here. And I don't think there's anything else on the free turkey giveaway drive on community. Let's see what this one's about. Let's see what this one's about, folks. This is about a free turkey giveaway. This is on WBNG again, full disclosure, no affiliation with them. And we'll see what's happening with the free turkey giveaway.
Family meals for the holidays. Free turkeys will be distributed for the public by the Bridge Community Center in Johnson City this upcoming weekend. 200 turkeys were donated to the community center by JKS Home Improvement in Endicott. The goal of this distribution was to help those in need with the rise of financial impacts this season. We spoke with Tara Terry, the executive director with the Bridge Community Center, on what they expect to see this weekend.
Looking forward to see some new faces as well, and just to be part of the Thanksgiving table. You know, we're so grateful to be a part of the Johnson City community, the Broome County community, to be a place that is safe, that's a second home to so many. And so then we get to also be a part of the Thanksgiving table, which is exciting.
You can stop by the Bridge Community Center at 10 a.m. on Saturday the 22nd to get your free turkey.
Okay, so the Bridge Community Center is doing some work for the community with giving out free turkeys. That's a good deal. Good deal for those that they get a turkey. What's here? Makeup? Where's the makeup? Makeup? Okay, so there we have it on the turkey giveaway. Let's see what else they have on WBNG. Let's see. Nothing there, nothing there. And I think that's it. That's it for them. Okay, so let's go back. We'll go for WAAL, which is the same. They have the same articles, but I checked there just to make sure to see if there's anything that pops up. And I'm not seeing anything. And let's see, Channel 34. Usually get something on Channel 34. What's this? Tioga Downs pledges virtual turkey. What's this? Tioga Downs is here in Tioga County. And let's see, the 15th annual virtual turkey drive. I'm just going to read this because there's no video. Turkey drive hosted by the Food Bank of the Southern Tier. Tioga Downs Casino Resorts has pledged to match the donations made. Okay, thank you, Tioga Downs. On November 20th, Triple Turkey Thursday, which is yesterday, is set to be held by the Food Bank of Southern Tier at Tioga Downs Casino Resort. So that's here in Tioga. The 15th annual virtual turkey drive hosted by Food Bank of Southern Tier helps provide holiday meals to those who need. And there's a lot of people that need the meals during the holidays. Triple Turkey Thursday is where all donations made will be tripled by Tioga Downs Casino. Tioga Downs Casino here in Tioga County, they do a great job. They're really embedded in the community here in Tioga County as well as over there in Broome County. The food bank says that this pledge made by Tioga Downs to match the donations made will help provide more meals for those within the Southern Tier. And it's all about community, folks. It's all about community. So we thank Tioga Downs for doing that. That's fantastic. Let's see, what else do we have? It's a shame there's not a video of it. I've been to the casino. They have a good. They had this. They had this one barbecue restaurant there. They don't have anymore. They have a good, a very decent and very good buffet. If you're in the buffets, and I've gambled there a little bit, not that much. I never placed a bet on a horse though. They got they've got the trotters there. Let's go to Elmira to WENY. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything over here. Oh, here we go. What's this? This looks interesting. This is fire related. Let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Chemung County launches new. Chemung County is the county to the west of me. I got Chemung County here, then Tioga, and then Broome County. Chemung County launches new fire investigation apprentice. Ooh, what's that about? Let's go ahead and check this out. This is on WENY out of Elmira, New York, which is about, I'd say about 25, 30 minutes to the west. And that's the final resting spot of Mark Twain, too, is there in Elmira. Great American author. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this up here and see what this is all about. This looks interesting. I've been involved in fire investigations when I was in the Air Force and stuff. I was a fire inspector and all that.
The Chemung County Office of Fire and Emergency Management is kicking off a brand new program for people in the field looking to become a fire investigator. WENY's Alicia Solorzano spoke with the county fire coordinator, and Alicia is here to tell us more about the program. Alicia?
Yeah, Nick, there are a variety of things someone needs to know in order to become a fire investigator. Chemung County's fire coordinator tells me the Fire Investigation Apprentice program is meant to help people learn the policies and practices that go into scene investigation and see if it's a good fit for them. Earlier this week, the Chemung County Fire and Emergency Management Office launched the Fire Investigation Apprentice Program. The goal? To train up the next generation of investigators.
Right now we have 5 nationally certified fire investigators, and the goal is to try to get that number up to 10, 12, or 15, within the future. So we're looking to see who's interested and have them come on down.
Apprentices must be in good standing with the local fire department, law enforcement agency, DA's office, or emergency management organization. They'll take part in classes, field training, and supervised participation in real investigation. Currently, Chemung County only has 5 certified investigators, and the office is looking to take on 5 apprentices to train one-on-one with a mentor. Typical investigator training takes 3 weeks to a month. Baker Jr. says the program provides more flexibility for participants.
It's a big dedication. It's a big ask, especially for people that have full-time jobs. It makes it much difficult for them to do that. So without knowing what you're getting into, it's a lot easier to come in, work with our fire investigators, find out what it's like, how long it takes, and see if it's really for you or not.
Baker Jr. says the Chemung County Fire Investigation Team is entirely volunteer. And as volunteer numbers dwindle in New York State, another goal of the program is to boost interest among young people.
Crucial, right? The age of most volunteers is dramatically increasing, where the number of volunteers is decreasing. So it's going to spell out a huge problem in the future. And we're just looking for a new way to try to curb that, bring more interest to the fire service. And a lot of people forget that fire is actually science. There's a lot of chemistry involved, less scientific methodology that you can study and learn about, and fire behavior and dynamics. So a lot of that could be interesting to someone, especially if they're in the STEM world and they're interested in science. This could be a great opportunity for them.
A full list of requirements, expectations, and a link to apply can be found on Chemung County's website.
Okay, so there it is, a fire apprentice. So that's interesting. It's a volunteer. That's very interesting. They have openings for 5 for volunteers to qualify as a national fire investigator. And that, like the gentleman said, and I'm sure he's an investigator. He had it on his patch. He's a state coordinator, fire coordinator and stuff. I don't know the gentleman, but what did Liberty? Liberty. I'm sorry, Liberty. Liberty says I have hot turkey sandwiches with French fries for Thanksgiving. Oh, there we go. That's a Thanksgiving dinner for you. That's a good one, Liberty. I like that. I like the French fries. Oh, I love my potatoes. But the gentleman there was saying about fire. I have my degree in fire science from the University, the Community College of the Air Force. I got my fire science degree, my associate's degree in fire science. So I'm well aware of what he's talking about. And like I said, I was on a couple fire investigations when I was in the Air Force as a fire inspector. And, you check out, the fire behavior and all that and stuff. No, I did that one time, Big Juice. You're going to have to watch it on the replay. I'm not going to replay it. I'm not doing that every time, okay? But the fire science, it's a very interesting. It was probably, I think I was like in my 8th year. Was it my 6th year? It was my 6th year in the service. That's when I was asked if I wanted. I was asked to go, and usually you're picked. I was asked if I would like to go to back to the fire school to be a fire inspector, and I said, yeah, let me go. I'm all there. I was under the wing of my supervisor there, and he worked in inspections. I played basketball with him at lunch breaks when I was on shift. I was always he kicked my ass and I kicked his ass and stuff like that. But he had asked me, he said, because I was a regular firefighter up there at Hanscom Field. I was on shift. I was on duty 24 hours and off 24 hours. But I got involved the first year I was up there, involved with the fire prevention as a firefighter. And then he just said, yeah, I think I was a buck sergeant. I was an E4. And he said, you want, and the thing is, when I went to the fire school, I guess it was a requirement. You had to be a staff, and I didn't know that. I think the sergeant that asked me, I'm not going to say his name, but he asked me if I wanted to go. When I got there, I was the only 3-stripe and all these staffs, and there was one tech sergeant in the class. They kept on looking at me like, what is he doing here? And it was on our first break. The instructor called me and he said, can I see your orders, Sergeant Roberts? I said, yeah, here they are. And so he says, normally this class is restricted to staff sergeants and above. And I go, really? It's like, well, I'm here now. I said, yeah, we're going to, I think there, and I guess there was a recent change that they didn't even know. But there were some people, there was a couple staff sergeants that were in my fire inspection class that they were bent out of shape, that we have a low ranking individual. I mean, they were ate up. They were a bunch of hosers, as far as I called them and stuff. But I got my, I graduated and was fire inspector. And then it was about a week after I got back to Hanscom Field, I worked in fire prevention. And then I was a fire inspector when I was over in Korea for a short time, as well as when I returned back to Italy. I was a fire inspector there at Aviano Air Base, and that was I was there twice. I was there when I first went into service for 2 years, and then I got up to where I was a driver. I was in my second year. I spent my first 2 years over in Italy, and then I went to Hanscom Field, was there, and then became a fire inspector. And I left to go to the Philippines. I was actually a fire inspector there. And what's Italy like? I've talked about Italy, Big Juice. Man, you keep on bringing up the same questions, my friend. Italy was great. We love Italy. Italy, I don't know about now, but back in the day, when I first was there in 78 and 79, when I was single, it was just a Sleepy Hollow. And then I went back after I got married in 86 with the missus. And it's the first time she's ever been out of the country. And it was great over there. I loved it. That's our second home. I spent 7 years in Italy total. 2 years the first time, 4 years, 4.5 years. About 2.5, yeah, about 6 to 7 years. I spent 3 months down in Sicily in the summer of '82 for a temporary duty assignment down there at Comiso. So Italy is the 13 years I was overseas. 7 of those were in Italy, and I could have stayed there, which would have been great. Italy's just a. I've been to Germany. Germany's okay. It's crowded. UK, Italy, Northern Italy is just fantastic. Just the people are fantastic, and I can't speak. So it was great. Italy's is really interesting. My only regret, the 2 times I was over there, I've been all over Italy, up and down the boot. I never made it to Rome. So that's going to be the thing. If we ever get back to Italy, is to go visit Rome and go see the Vatican. As far as that goes. Okay, let's see. What else do we have on WENY? Let's see. For news, do we have anything else in here? Let's see. Big Juice says, but you never been to Paris. No, I don't. I don't have any desire. I tell you, Big Juice, I have no desire to go to France. My kid brother, he was in the Marine Corps, and in the Marines, they would go on what they call these floats. They'd be on a transport ship, and they'd be in they would go out in the Mediterranean, over across the Atlantic, Mediterranean and stuff. They ported in France. My kid brother almost got arrested in France when he ported. I guess he got in a little bit of a fist fight, and I guess he said he couldn't go back to France. I'm not a fan of the French. Now I've been to Spain. Spain is pretty nice. I like Spain. Spain was good. I think Spain and Italy, because they're along the Mediterranean, it's their Latin base, and I could understand a little bit of the language because it's a Latin. I know I had Spanish in high school, and you can pick it up fairly quick. And Italian, if you know Spanish, you can pick up Italian really easily. Now French, they got their own language, and they're a bunch of frogs anyway. I don't really care too much for the French. That country's all messed up anyway. So, and even though they have the Eiffel Tower, that doesn't give me any inspiration to visit France anytime soon. I'd much rather go to Italy, fly over France and go to Italy. I'd have more fun in Italy. Italy is fantastic. Northern Italy is really fantastic. It's great. They were frog. That's what I guess back in World War II, they would call the French the frogs. Let's see. What else we got on what are we at? WENY. Nothing there. Let's go to channel 18. My Twin Tiers. Anything there? There's a problem in the military right now, and that's it's concerning suicide for the veterans and stuff. And there's an article here on channel 18. It's let me bring this up, if I can bring it up. And it's a very, very, very prominent issue as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and This is on, let's see, what is this? This is entitled Local People Help Fundraiser for Nonprofit Stop Soldier Suicide. There's a lot of veterans that are taking their lives by committing suicide, and that's not a good thing because they need help. And this community out there in Elmira is doing something about that. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. This is on Channel 18 News out there in Elmira, my Twin Tiers.
Military veterans have a suicide rate that's much higher than it should be, and one suicide is too many. Now, 2 people in our area are doing push-ups and running. It's all to raise money for a nonprofit called Stop Soldier Suicide. 18 News reporter Kyle Dobry spoke with both of them about their goals and how their efforts are going.
98, 99, 100. Push-ups is one of the ways that someone in our community is helping raise money for a nonprofit called Stop Soldier Suicide. The nonprofit's goal is to reduce military suicide rate by 40%. Stop Soldier Suicide is the only national nonprofit focused on preventing suicide among U.S. veterans and service members. Each year, more than 5,000 veterans and service members die by suicide, and 2 people in our area are helping raise money to help these veterans. Michael Manwaring is a 20-year Army Reserve veteran, and his goal is to run 100 miles and raise $2,000. As a veteran, Manwaring says all veterans are family to him, and this is one way he can help them.
They need all the help that they can get to find those answers, I guess, and that's really what Stop Soldier Suicide is doing that touches me the most is all the research that they're doing.
Sam Cunha is a senior at Elmira College with intentions to go into the military when he graduates. He just reached his goal of doing 2,000 push-ups during the month of November. Cunha explained he started this fundraiser because it can be hard for veterans to come home and readjust.
It's a very hard time allocating back to civilian life. You're so used to being in one specific area or in a combat situation where all these things are very hectic or all these things are very structured that when you come out and things are different, it's a really hard time to acclimate. And then there's a lot of mental health issue that comes with that.
If you or a loved one are struggling with mental health, call the Suicide and Crisis Hotline at 988. In Elmira, I'm Kyle Dobry, 18 News.
If you want to help either of them fundraise, you can go to our website, mytwintiers.com, and there will be links there you can use. And if you or a loved one are struggling with mental health, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline is confidential and free to call. You can also visit our website for more resources.
So there it is, a very, very important issue that is concerning towards our veterans. And my hats off to those 2 gentlemen there as far as doing the fundraiser. As far as that goes, it's a big part of the VA. As far as that goes, it's one of those things that a lot of people don't realize unless you are connected to the VA in one way or the other and stuff like that. It makes national news every once in a while and stuff, but it's an ongoing concern with our veterans. And me being a veteran, I'm very concerned with it as well. When I was active there, there was a couple of fellow firefighters that when I was overseas, one way they were younger and stuff, first time overseas, or else they had a marital issues and stuff like that they wanted to commit suicide. So it's a very real, in your face thing that it's a concern, a very important concern as far as suicide and suicide in general for anybody, as far as that goes, just and all it takes is a little bit of talking and stuff like that. But it seems more prominent with our veterans and stuff because they're carrying. We have our veterans that in previous wars, the Gulf War, as far as that goes, over there, even our Vietnam vets. They have to. Some of the Vietnam vets I've talked to over the number of years, they have a lot. Even though they're out of the service, they're still carrying that baggage, and it's unless you're in their shoes. I'm a veteran, but I'm not in those shoes as far as that goes. I've been very blessed and fortunate that I haven't had those issues because I've never been in the wars. I was in the military and stuff like that, but yeah, it's we can only hope. Our prayers and thoughts are with those people dealing with that situation, Liberty, and along with the families, because the veterans, that it affects their families too. Okay, because the families are concerned about their loved ones and stuff. So I think that's great as far as making aware and say there's help out there. There's help for these people. They just have to contact the local VA and stuff like that. And I think Tina does something with the suicide. She's a facilitator, I guess, of some sort. Okay, let's see. What do we else we have? I think that's it for WENY or channel 18 in Corning. Oh, let's just make sure. And Big Jew says, but suicide, I mean, you got to be at the very lowest in your life with absolutely nobody around it. Well, I think anybody that's in that, they have to have somebody around them, unless they're homeless and stuff like that. And I know there's a suicide increase on homeless also, but veterans, they have friends or something like that. They could just make, hey, you need to get help. It's an issue they might not be aware of. And I got to get my day started. Be safe, everyone. Have a great. Okay, you too, Liberty. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate. The best to your misters, to the your other half there. I'm just gonna say better half because you're probably the better half. I know I'm not the better half. The missus is my better half. No, I'm the flunky. But thank you for being here, Lady Liberty. Always great to have you coming in from Buffalo, the Niagara Buffalo area. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. So there's nothing there. I'm just thinking, talking about Buffalo, I forgot to talk about the sports. I don't want to talk about. No, I have to talk about the sports. I gotta. Let's see. What's this article about? Is this a long article? Let's see. Oh, we had, the stickers that you get for voting. They had a contest here in Tioga County for a new sticker, and this is from the Penny Saver. Let me bring this up, and I'm going to read this one. That's the new sticker. I got one of those stickers when I voted here this November 4th. This is on the Weagle Penny Saver. And let me bring this up here real quick. And these are the stickers you get after you voted. And that's a sticker. I think that's one of 3 stickers that were being considered. So it says, I voted. Contest stickers made their debut during the general election. And what that entailed was age group 14 to 18 winner Lee Cole, age 17, Waverly. The sticker design include the outline of, this is one of the winners of Tioga County, filed with the illustration of the river, the hilly landscape, and characteristics of the southern tier with the words, I voted, all surrounding. The Tioga County Board of Elections held an I Vote sticker contest early this year with winners selected at their July 15th legislative meeting. Stickers were distributed to voters during the November 4th, 2025 general election. And let's see. There's the next winner right there as far as that goes. That was the one with the Eagle I Voted sticker. And then the third one was this one right here. I voted. Okay, so those were the stickers that they had for. I got this one. I like this one of the 3. So the other 2 are okay, but this one I think was It just gives the county outline. That's the county I live in. That's as far as that goes. So that's on the Owego Penny Saver at OwegoPennySaver.com, where I don't have any association with. So that's pretty neat. We got an article from Penny Saver. Let's see, WKGB, anything on there? Survived in space for 9 months. Oh, this is interesting. What's this about? This is on WKGB. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. They say Moss survived in space for 9 months attached to the outside. So how did it breathe? How did it breathe? Let's see what this is all about. Let's see. In 2022, a species of moss survived for 9 months outside the International Space Station, enduring the harsh conditions of space. The study, published yesterday, November 20th, in the Journal of iScience, explored whether moss, an early land plant known for its resilience, could withstand long-term exposure to the vacuum of space. Researchers from the Hokkaido University in Japan, led by Professor Tamamichi Fujita, attached moss spores to the International Space Station's exterior. So they had to do a spacewalk. They found that over 80% of the spores survived and were capable of reproducing upon their return to Earth. Explain that experiment shows how life on Earth has developed some mechanisms to endure space conditions. Moss, which descends from ancient ancestral plants that colonized dry lands around 450 million years ago, are known for their hardness in extreme environments, from the Antarctica tundra to the volcanic lava. So that's pretty interesting there. They put the moss out there and it survived. So how did it had to have its own oxygen as far as that goes. So there we go with that one. Let's see, KISS 104, nothing really on there. Then the Buffalo, I don't want to talk about Buffalo Bills. Week 14 games against the bank fixed to the new time. Okay, whatever that is. And Power 93.3 WBLK, nothing pops out there for articles. Okay, Hal's on YouTube now. Let's see, let's check out Hal on YouTube. Let's see what, let me see. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, Hal's on YouTube now. Okay. You got the folks coming in on Hal on YouTube. He's over on YouTube now. So I guess they're going to do the scream on YouTube. Okay, so nothing there. Let's see. 1440. Anything on 1440? Not that I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anything there. Okay, see you later, Big Juice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I need to bring up the NFL. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring up NBA. Let's go. Let's finish with sports here. In NBA action, I got out of sequence there with the sports. Okay, that was Tina. There's Tina. She's here. Okay. All right. In NBA action, let's see, Tuesday, I follow 3 teams, the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. So Wednesday night, Wednesday night, let's see, we had the Knicks beat the Mavericks 113-111 on Wednesday night. Last night, nobody played of those three teams, and today I gotta try and watch this game because it's the second time. The Nets are going to be up there in Boston tonight at 7:30, so that's going to be a Friday night game. I'll see if I can watch that at 7:30 tonight. And let's see, that's in the Brooklyn Nets against the Boston Celtics up there in Boston, and that's it. And going into the weekend, the Knicks will be playing the Magic tomorrow. And let's see, the Brooklyn Nets will be playing the Raptors on Sunday. Celtics will be playing the Magic up there in Boston. And that's it for basketball. So let's go ahead and go to let's just check the NHL. Let's see what the NHL is doing here as far as the box scores. I don't watch hockey, but I can go over the box scores here if we can bring it up. Okay, there's the box scores. Let's see. Wednesday night, the Buffalo Sabres lost to the Flames. Okay. And let's see. Boston Bruins, they lost to the Ducks. And then last night, Thursday night, you had the Islanders. They beat the Red Wings 5-0. Go Islanders, yeah. And then let's see, Philly lost to the Blues, or won against the Blues 3-2. That's a good one. And let's see, any Rangers? No Ranger action. Oh, Rangers, yeah, they lost to the Avalanche 6-3. And tonight, the Sabres go against the Black Wings at 7 o'clock up there in Buffalo. And over the weekends, the Sabres playing, let's see. Rangers will be playing Mammoth. I don't see the Islanders up. And then Sunday, the Sabres will be playing the Hurricanes up there in Buffalo at 1 in the afternoon. Islanders will be playing Kraken. That must be a Canadian team at 5. And Bruins will be playing Sunday night at 8. So that's NHL hockey. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to football where I can make my picks. Okay, let's see, NFL. Of course, last night, Buffalo Bills lost 23-19 to the Houston Texans. And we're going to go ahead and make our picks here. So we picked the Bills. The Bills are always an automatic pick. Second game will be Colts and Chiefs. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's a home game for the Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I want to pick India. You know what? I'm picking the Colts. I don't like the Chiefs, so I'll pick the Colts. I'll take the loss. Seahawks and Titans. I'm going to take the Seahawks. The Hawks. And let's see, next game, 1 o'clock game Sunday, Vikings and Packers, and that's in Lambeau. I'm going to take the Packers on that one. And next game, Jets and Ravens. I think the Ravens will win that game. I'm taking Ravens. I'm not going to. New York Giants and Lions, that's in Detroit. I'm going to take the Lions. I'm not fully vested in all the New York teams. This is going to be a good game to see the new Pittsburgh Steelers and Bears. I hope that game's on at 1 o'clock Sunday. I'm going to take the Steelers. No, I'm going to take the Bears because Aaron Rodgers, I think, is hurt. So here, let's see, Patriots and Bengals. It's going to be the Pats. Taking the Pats. Browns and Raiders. You know, Big Juice, if you're still there, I'm going to take the Browns. I'm going to take the Browns on that. That's going to be my upset. Let's see, Jaguars and Cardinals. Jaguars are hot, so I'm taking Jaguars. Watch, they're gonna probably end up losing. And let's see, Eagles and Cowboys. Eagles. I like the Eagles. Cowboys they're gonna be okay. This is down in Dallas, but I think the Eagles, they're gonna romp. Falcons and Saints. Ooh. I'm going to take the Saints. They're at home. I'm going to take the Saints. I'm going to go with the home team. That's a 4 o'clock game. The Cowboys Eagles, that's a 4 o'clock game, and Jaguars and Cardinals is a 4 o'clock game. The 8 o'clock game on Sunday is Buccaneers and Rams. I'm going to take the Rams. And Monday night, Panthers and 49ers. Ooh, I'm going to take the 49ers. They're at home. I think Panthers. They're Panthers and Jaguars. They've been playing some game. They have been playing some games. So there's my picks: Bills, Colts, Seahawks, Packers, Ravens, Lions, Bears, Patriots, Browns, Jaguars, Eagles, Saints, LA Rams, and 49ers. And I think who's on the bye week that week? Let's see. Go to ESPN. ESPN on their schedule. Let's see. Oh, there was a clutch interception that sealed the win for Texans. So that meant Buffalo was on their way down to score to, and they could have won the game. I think Josh just took a hit there. That one hit, that was a hard hit. I'm just glad he's not injured. Let's see, NFL on ESPN on the schedule. The teams that let's see, we have Denver, Miami, Los Angeles Chargers, and Washington. They're on a bye week. So there we have it for the football folks. And there's Jack. Jack is in the window. Okay, what the heck is that? Oh, the Red Wings. I don't know. It looks like those are Red Wings. So it's from Big Juice there. I guess he's a Red Wing fan. Let's see. That's about it, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, and we're going to go ahead and we've been on for 2 hours, and well, we made the 2-hour mark. Okay, that's cool. Despite the not having coffee at the beginning of the broadcast. And it looks, none of this stuff, this cloud is showing up on the radar. You know?
Yeah, they said a very, very low chance of some rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and end it here, folks. I want to say thank you to our Jersey girl, Tina, who was in the at the beginning of the broadcast here. Also, Tim Fanforti coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor. Have a nice weekend there, Tim. He's off somewhere. And let's see, after that, we had Captain Rehab. Captain Rehab, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the picks. Good luck this weekend. He's coming in from the city of brotherly love down there in Philadelphia. And also in the chat, we had, I think it was, Tony D came up. Thank you, Tony D, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. We'll see you Sunday on Belt Kings Fantasy Football at 10:30, folks. 10:30 Sunday Eastern for Belt Kings Fantasy Football on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, X Live. He's on a host of others, just like I am. So thank you, Tony. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday. And then finishing up towards the end, we had Big Juice. And Big Juice, watch the replay for 100 years, okay? That's the purpose of the replay, okay? I think you just do that on purpose to get my gourd. I'm on to you, I think. I'm on to you, my friend. No, have a good one there. Big Juice from the Buckeye State. And we had Liberty 101 from L Liberty from 101 from the Niagara Buffalo area here. Thank you, Liberty. Love the flags. Always got to mention the flags. Love the flags there. Thank you very much. And again, thank you again, Big Juice, for being here. And also thank you for the people that were watching. Greatly appreciate that as far as that goes. You do matter, and thank you very much from the heart. And those that are watching on the replay, as well as those that are listening on the audio replay that we do on Spotify, from Spotify for creators, and greatly appreciate at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X. My mainstay for posting on these social media feeds. Greatly appreciate that. And at Fireman Rich, just you want to know what I'm doing? Just check it out at Fireman Rich. As well as I'm on other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at. They've got a nice bio. Okay, I should read that. What's it say? I got it written here. I put it in the. Where is that? I got a copy of that. Where is that? It says at Fireman Rich is the online username for Rich Roberts, a retired Air Force ARFF aircraft rescue firefighter. And social media, I'm a social media personality who creates content on various platforms, including a podcast, and maintains a blog. You can find him on platforms such as Rumble, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Truth Social. I'm also on Blue Sky too. So I like that bio. That's a pretty nice bio. I use that in the description. So check that out by Googling at Fireman Rich and see where I'm at as well. But my mainstay is X, at Fireman Rich on X. I like X. X is fantastic, even though sometimes it can be a little garbagey. I still like it. All right, folks. Rich Roberts, wishing you all well. Have a great one wherever you may be. And let's see, much love. And Deplorable popped in here. Hey, Deplorable. Wait a minute. Let me get this up on the board here, Deplorable. Hang on for a minute. Deplorable popped in at the much love and have a great weekend. You too. Thank you for stopping in. I saw that on the Twitch side. Great to have you. And as far as that goes. And have a great weekend there, my friend. And coming on the Twitch side. And we'll see I might be broadcasting tonight. That game I started playing last week, Pool of Radiance. It's a role-playing game. I may be on tonight. But thank you all in the chat. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching on the replay. And thank you all that were listening on the replay on Spotify. Greatly appreciate it. At Fireman Rich on Spotify. You all have a great one wherever you may be. Wishing you all well. Have a great Friday, great weekend, and we'll be talking with you sometime along the line somewhere here. You all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks, as we click out the skateboard and we're skateboarding out. You all have a great one, folks. Ciao for now.